Republican House and Senate leaders are offering bills to reform and they say shed some light on North Carolina's probation system. The GOP says its proposals will help keep parolees and people on probation in check while helping probation officers with their workloads.
The probation officer would have to then go back into the court.
Senate and House Republicans are calling for a change to how North Carolina handles its probation and parole cases. Senate Republican leader Phil Berger says current rules give only probation officers the right to search parolees and probationers without a search warrant. He says with too few probation officers and too many people needing tracking, that's inadequate.
Presently, the rules generally apply that a supervising probation officer can conduct a warrantless search of an individual that the officer supervises, but does not allow for any law enforcement officer to conduct a similar warrantless search.
Senate Republican leader Phil Berger proposes giving all law enforcement officers the ability to warrantless search people on parole or supervised probation.
We continue to hear from the bureaucracy that we don't have enough probation officers. Well, if we allow sworn law enforcement officers to also help supervise these probationers by being able to conduct these warrantless searches, it will help us keep track of these convicted criminals.
The Senate bill also proposes submitting parolees and probationers to mandatory drug testing if requested by any law enforcement officer.
We must make it mandatory for all offenders placed on probation to submit to drug testing. It is through these actions that we will begin to empower the employees of the Department of Correction.
Representative David Geis is a former probation officer and administrator.
These actions, in my opinion, are not an attack on the employees of the Department of Correction. It is our hope that we will, through this legislation, offer them the tools they need to get the job done each and every day they go to work.
The Senate bill carries an immediate effective date if it becomes law.